Fox 5 News at 10 starts right now.
Two smash and grab burglaries across 2 counties in a matter of hours, and police do not think this is their first time.
That exclusive video is ahead in a live report, but first tonight, the search for a shooter after 2 teenagers were gunned down outside a busy fast food restaurant.
Tonight, one of those teenagers is dead and the other is in the hospital, and Atlanta police have been busy talking to customers as they try to piece it all together. Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live in northwest Atlanta tonight where the gunfight between 2 cars erupted. Denise?
Yeah, police say it happened right outside this Wendy's. They say that 2 cars pulled up in the back corner lot right there and bullets started flying.
And it's sad because we're losing our young people. It's a lot of young people we're losing nowadays.
A shootout in the parking lot of this Wendy's on Hamilton E. Holmes and MLK. Atlanta police say 2 teenagers were shot.
There was some type of exchange and then the gunfire.
The restaurant was open, packed with customers, when 2 cars, a red Lexus and a black Toyota, pulled up and parked in the corner of the lot. Investigators believe the people in the cars opened fire on each other. A 15-year-old boy was hit and was pushed out of the car. Medics found him in the parking lot, rushed him to Grady where he was pronounced dead. Both cars took off.
The red vehicle fled the scene at a high rate of speed and came to an apartment complex off of Fairburn Road where some individuals bailed out of that vehicle.
The red Lexus was found here at this apartment complex 2 miles away. Inside it, police found the other teen who had been shot. Investigators are still looking for the black Toyota and anyone who might be in it. Until they find them, Khadijah, who lives nearby, says she's not going to let her guard down.
It hurts to see our young people go like that. It could have happened anytime. We could have been in that area. When that happened, anybody could have been shot.
Now, police say that Toyota is either a Scion or a Cube. Investigators have been talking to people here at the restaurant, both customers and employees throughout the day, trying to piece together exactly what led up to this shooting. Reporting live in northwest Atlanta, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
A Fox 5 News alert. A mother attacked in her home after walking her child to the school bus.
Atlanta police say her attacker was hiding inside her apartment, waiting for her to come home. It happened at a complex near Lucky Street earlier this month, but police just released the sketch of the attacker tonight.
Well, investigators say the stranger ambushed the woman when she walked back inside her apartment and then beat her up and choked her before sexually assaulting her. The mother was eventually able to fight him off and to run to her balcony where she screamed for help.
Well, now take a look at this video. Police are calling this man a person of interest. He was spotted walking in that area shortly after the attack happened. A $2,000 reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers.
A University of West Georgia student gunned down outside his Carrollton apartment, and police say the person responsible is on the run tonight. Officers have identified the victim as 23-year-old Tyler Ford, a senior there at the university. Investigators say there was a knock at Ford's apartment door, a struggle, and then one gunshot. It happened this afternoon at the River Point Apartments on Livern Road. According to police, 3 roommates were in their bedrooms at the time of the gunfire. They're being questioned, but police say they don't believe they were involved.
Wow, caught on tape and only on Fox 5. Thieves smashed their way into a pawn shop, and deputies say they were after a stash of firearms. Well, tonight, police across Metro Atlanta are searching for the thieves who left a trail of destruction from DeKalb to Rockdale. Fox 5's Jacqueline Schultz has the story.
One time's not enough, so they back in again. The cameras inside Pawn Depot catch the whole thing and the mess. The owners say the first thing these guys smashed into were the counters for the guns, but there's none there. They're all locked away in a safe.
And all for nothing. for a couple of empty boxes.
Owner Elizabeth Langbecker and her family left to clean up this unbelievable damage to the building and their merchandise. Rockdale deputies tell me the thieves could be the same guys who broke into the store days ago, then came back Wednesday morning for guns. Hours later, authorities in DeKalb County say the same men smashed their way through the gate at Ideal Pawn in Doraville. Management tells me they smashed into the front of the building, then stole some guns on display that were just antiques. All the working guns were locked away.
It is scary to go through that for a few guns.
Sad to say, we first met Elizabeth 2 years ago when thieves targeted her store. But she says in the past year, the criminals have become more bold and the crimes now over the top. Authorities work to tie the crime to the string of gun thefts across the metro. Elizabeth says she's afraid what these thieves would do with stolen guns.
They're going to end up on the street in the hands of criminals.
That was Jacqueline Schultz reporting. 2 store clerks got a surprise this morning in Marietta. Police say an armed man stormed the Hibbett Sports Store on Whitlock Avenue and demanded cash. Now, this is a surveillance picture of the robber. No customers were in the store at that time. Also, a big arrest tonight in Gwinnett County.
Police say they've arrested a man who was wanted for stabbing another person 17 times. Police arrested 20-year-old Viet Dam Monday night during a traffic stop in Mobile, Alabama. He reportedly stabbed another man during a fight outside a Pleasant Hill Road karaoke cafe. He is currently awaiting extradition to Gwinnett County.
Well, we turn now to the very latest developments out of Floyd County. Investigators calling a series of brush fires that have burned more than 50 acres suspicious. Floyd County police say a man in a pickup truck was seen taking off after several of those fires were set overnight. This was near Booger Hollow Road. Well, now the search is on to find him. Crews say with the dry conditions, they have to respond more quickly in order to keep those fires under control.
It had a very high fuel load and it burned very intensely. Our crews moved in very quickly and were cutting different fire breaks where they could.
Local, state, and federal agencies battled the fires overnight. They're continuing to monitor hotspots. And fire officials in Gwinnett County investigating whether spontaneous combustion sparked a fire in one family's backyard.
Yeah, the couple says it all started with a pile of mulch, pine straw, and leaves. Then all of a sudden, fire broke out. Christy Hutchings with News Radio 1067 explains why this theory isn't as far-fetched as it might sound.
It's completely unbelievable. I didn't believe it as he was telling me. I'm watching my entire backyard up in flames, and he's telling me how it started, and I didn't believe him.
Dan Kiley is talking about spontaneous combustion. He says that's what a fire investigator told him happened to his yard. Dan had a pile of mulch, pine straw, and leaves sitting in his backyard.
The moisture from the little cold snap that we had, it built up in the woods. You have the moisture in the mulch, and then it starts to build up gas, almost like a sauna. And especially when we had 3 consecutive days over 90. And that built up and it just sparked itself.
Sending the flames through their backyard. Within minutes, the fence was on fire, then the trees and into the ravine. Investigators haven't determined the exact cause, but say they cannot rule out spontaneous combustion as a potential source of ignition. Investigators say the fire did start in the woodpile, and there was no other ignition sources found at the home. Gwinnett County Fire wants to remind people the county is under a temporary suspension of all outdoor burning. In Gwinnett County, Christy Hutchings, News Radio 1067 Fox 5 News.
A kitchen fire forced an evacuation at Nashville's Opryland Hotel today. Hundreds of guests were escorted out of the building as crews doused flames inside that iconic hotel. One firefighter suffered heat exhaustion, but no other injuries were reported. The fire caused major smoke damage to the building, and not to mention a large hole that was cut in the roof to allow the smoke to billow out.
Well, today we enjoyed more beautiful temperatures. Still no rain, though.
Yes, we might as well enjoy it while it lasts. And David is in the Fox 5 Storm Center. Sounds like it might last a long time.
As dry weather will, and then we're going to turn the temperatures up a little bit more. But tomorrow, a slight risk to maybe see something fall out of the sky. I mean, just something. We'll take it. Look at the warm temperatures we have there this evening. In the 60s, still just 54 up in Blairsville for the cool spot. Can't find any rain here. We see some rain out to our west and up here to the north. Yeah, if you're watching the ball game, here comes some showers trying to roll into Cleveland. More substantial rainfall, probably about an hour or two away. So hopefully they'll get that game in. Now, closer to home, here's what we're going to be dealing with. We're going to have temperatures in the 60s through the overnight hours. All right. And then as we make our way on into Thursday morning, back into the 50s, but that's above the average. And look what happens. You get a few green specks out there by Thursday afternoon, but mostly cloudy kind of sums it up. So the rain shower that may happen is going to be rare. The big story is going to be the temperatures up through the 70s tomorrow. That's going to be our coolest day out of the next 5. The 80s coming back this weekend. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
All right, David. Well, a double murder mystery at a Stone Mountain apartment complex has residents concerned tonight.
DeKalb County Police tell us 55-year-old Samuel White and 57-year-old Sylvia Watson were found shot to death inside an apartment at the Park at East Ponce complex. Fox 5's George Franco joins us now from DeKalb County Police Headquarters with more on the story. George, what are police saying about a motive here?
Well, Russ and Sine, at this point, DeKalb County Police tell me that they are still investigating to try to determine what the motive might be for this double murder mystery at an apartment complex in Stone Mountain, where residents are saying they need answers. It was Monday night around 8:45 when police say the roommate of Samuel White and Sylvia Watson found them dead in a hallway in the apartment they shared in the 5500 building of the Park at East Ponce complex.
And then I heard like gunshots.
Neighbor Derek Williams tells me he's not sure the gunshots he heard a few hours before the bodies were discovered were connected to the double murders or something else.
And I always hear them, but it sounded close, so I was like, hey, what's going on?
DeKalb police say there's no indication of a home invasion or murder-suicide in the deaths of White or Watson. Police say both were shot in the upper torso.
I want to hear that they didn't come from in here, God forbid.
Alicia Byers and others here say they want answers about who killed Mr. White and Ms. Watson and why. Police say at this point they have no motive. So what's the mood in the neighborhood right now about this?
They're not liking it. They're talking a lot. I talked to a guy for 20 minutes this morning.
A lot of talk about the double murder mystery at the 5500 building in a community with lots of children and plenty of uncertainty at the moment.
People have kids and, other people have lives too to live every day, and I feel it's just messed up, man.
The next door neighbor and others told us the victims, Samuel White and Sylvia Watson, had lived here about 2 years. We're told Mr. White worked at a hospital, Ms. Watson at a nursing home. Now police are trying to find their killer.
Condolences go out to the families, and I just don't have words. I couldn't imagine it happening to my people.
We're told Mr. White was 55 years old, Ms. Watson 57 years old. DeKalb County Police say they do not have a description of the shooter or shooters. Anyone with any information is asked to contact police. Reporting live tonight at DeKalb County Police Headquarters in Tucker, I'm George Franco, Fox 5 News.
All right, George, thank you. And that is it for us for right now. We thank you for joining us for this special web edition of Fox 5 News at 10.
And be sure to tune in to Fox 5 News immediately after the World Series game. Have a great night.